Hey everybody, welcome back. New week, new year, it's 2025. This is my first vlog of 2025, and we're starting off hot with a week of full training. What am I training for, you guys may ask? I'm getting ready for the Houston Half Marathon, which is in 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks exactly. So that means it's kind of grind time at the moment. Got to make sure I'm doing everything that I can to get ready. For those of you who haven't been watching my videos or just need to be filled in a little bit, I ran a marathon 5 weeks ago. And I know what you guys are probably thinking at this moment. Oh, Adam, you raced a marathon 5 weeks ago and you have a half marathon in 2 weeks. Isn't that a little bit of a quick turnaround if you're trying to run really fast at Houston? And the answer to that question is yes. Well, no, I mean, it's no. The answer to that question is no. Because after the Valencia Marathon, I did take a break. I didn't really rush into mileage or workouts or anything. I just did my first full week of training, either last week or the week before that. Not entirely sure what type of shape I'm gonna be in for the Houston Half, but I'm feeling good. The main purpose is basically just to show up to the Houston Half Marathon healthy, happy, mentally refreshed, and ready to push onward after. So.
Then what's the point of doing the half marathon?
What's the point of doing the half marathon? What an excellent question, Mika. The point is that 2025, we're not messing around anymore. I got goals. Last year, I felt like I didn't want to race until I was 100% ready. And let me tell you something, guys. If that's your mindset, then you're actually never gonna get out on a race because you'll probably never be 100% ready, or at least feel 100% ready for a race. I have good momentum from last year. I love racing, so it just makes sense to do it. Plus, you're racing the half, so I might as well. We have a run today. I'm gonna start off today like I do most any other day, 10 or 12. We'll see what I feel like. I'm just happy to be doing this again. I'm happy to be on the vlog. Welcome to 2025. It's a new year, new opportunities. I don't know, that's it. See you guys later. I'm just kidding, I'm not ready to go yet. All right.
Laid under the willow tree, the last weekend of summer, the empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked if you would be?
Okay guys, Tuesday morning and we have a workout. There's two things. First thing, woke up with a little bit of a sore throat this morning. We'll see what that turns into. Drunk some water, it's kind of gone away. Hopefully I don't end up getting sick, but I think I'm far enough away from the race that it won't be a big deal. Second thing is that it's really cold this morning. It's very cold out here, about 20, 22 degrees. And so with all that, guys, basically I'm telling you my excuses for doing this workout inside today. And this is definitely not a workout that you'd normally do inside. In fact, this is a workout that you'd barely do on the treadmill, but I hate the treadmill. So we're going to the Olympic Oval today to do this workout, but let me tell you, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be a lot of laps. We got 4x2 mile today. That should be about 3.5 laps per mile. So lots of laps. Okay, y'all, we are at the track and there's a lot of people here. The Salt Lake Community College running team is here, as well as the BYU women, and Coach Taylor, the BYU women's coach, asked if I wanted to pace their girls in their 3K. So their 3K time trial that they got going on today. So they'll be hopping in probably around rep 1 or 2, or 3 maybe, I don't know. 55 through the mile is what she said. So it should be pretty doable.
Remember, these women are depending on you. Nice job! There we go, Adam.
I gotta use the bathroom. Huh?
How'd it feel?
Really good. Really good. I was getting antsy that one actually.
So you're happy you chose the outside or inside over outside?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It was like, well, honestly, I feel a little vindicated that everybody else is here. So it's like, oh, maybe I'm not a wimp after all.
Yeah.
Right. How you doing, Whitney?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
It's smooth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shop ladies. You should never cheer for another woman besides you. I'm sorry.
That's right. Don't even look at women. Don't even talk to women. I'm the only woman in your life.
Dude, I've been staring at Albie's luscious hair from my back. That's why I'm like zoned in on. All right, one of the things that I am bringing into 2025 from last year is the difference between feeling unsatisfied and feeling failure. It reminds me of the really popular video of Kobe Bryant saying, oh, what's there to be happy about? Job's not finished. And don't get me wrong, I love that video. Every time I see it, I want to just have that personality, have that be my alter ego, but I'm just not built like that. Like, bro, I gotta be happy to run my best. And in a sport of running, like you're always gonna feel pretty unsatisfied. You're always gonna feel like you could have done more. But I do think being unsatisfied is actually a good thing. A good example of this is the marathon that I ran last month. Wanted a PB, I didn't get a PB, so failure, right? Wrong, because context and everything provided, that was a really good race for me, and I'm really happy with it. And it's actually the combination of like me being happy, me understanding the context, and also me being still unsatisfied with it, that's left me like super motivated and super excited to race again and happy. I don't know what I'm really trying to say here, and maybe this is just me problem, but I really think that if I keep this in mind in 2025, I think it means good things. What's up, bro? That was a good workout today. We did 4x2 mile, 3 minutes rest, and we did them at 10:03, 9:53, 9:56, and then 9:49. Pretty good. Paced the BYU girls on the 3rd rep in their 3K time trial. Kind of confidence booster. It's funny because I always need these confidence boosters, but with how last week went, like, you know, as I said before, I got the work in, but I didn't necessarily feel that good doing it. So it was good to have like a workout where I'm hitting half marathon pace and able to feel good doing it. So that's kind of like the goal. That's what we wanted to get out of today. And I had Albie there to help me. He's like been my main training partner as of late because we live in the same apartment buildings, and he's a 2:17 marathoner. So it like works out perfectly. Finished with 12 miles total for the workout, 12 and a quarter. In terms of the rest of the day, I'm gonna do another double, probably just like 4 miles later today, shake out the legs a little bit. And then I gotta lift because lifting's important for runners. So we're gonna lift today and then we'll call it a day. It'll be a busy training day. Dude, every time this angle happens, literally every time I see this camera angle, I realize how short you are. Every time.
I barely hit the back.
I know,
like,
bro.
I literally
You probably need a booster
I sit
seat,
like
huh?
this with my head up like this.
That's so funny.
Like I can never just like.
That'd be funny. Yeah. All right, guys, let's talk training. One of my New Year's resolutions is to be more intentional with my training and recovery, which is why I'm really making sure that I'm wearing my COROS watch and my band as much as I can so I can make sure I'm consistently getting good, accurate data. Earlier in the video, I talked about how I'm coming off this marathon, trying to be a little more careful as I'm easing back into training, getting ready for this half marathon. If we take a look at some of the metrics on the COROS Metrics Lab, you can actually see that in my base fitness graph. You can see where I peaked for my marathon, where I took a break, and me slowly starting to rebuild. I also like to look at it overlaid with the low impact. This takes into account training volume and how that plays a factor into your base fitness. I've been really trying to ease into training and not do too much too soon. You can also see this in the intensity trend graph right here. And as you can see, I'm on the lower end of that, which is kind of all by design. Big numbers, guys, so I really like to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on the COROS metrics just to make sure that everything is aligning in training. At some point in this video, you probably wondered, all right, Adam, what is your goal for this upcoming half marathon? And really, you know, at its base simpleness, it's I want to get better at running 5-minute pace or under. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I really feel like right now what I'm being limited on in terms of running a faster marathon is actually my half marathon PB. I ran one of my best marathons when I was really good at running 5-minute pace and under. After my first marathon, I felt like what was lacking at that point was my strength. And over the last year or so, it's flipped. I've gotten really good at running these long tempos, 24+ mile long runs, and I kind of neglected the faster paces a little bit. And I've noticed that 5-minute pace, 440 pace, 430 pace is really hard for me to do. Back when I was in college, those paces were kind of like my bread and butter. I'm not saying I got to get as good at those paces as I did in college, because to be honest, I was a 5K guy. The marathon is much different. You know, a real goal of mine is to be able to run 63 something in the half marathon. Houston is kind of up in the air, to be honest with you. I'd love to go 64 something. You know, if we're looking at it from a process oriented standpoint, I just want to get better at running 5-minute pace. And personally, I just think that there's no better way to practice that zone than a flat, fast half.
Okay, never mind now. I'm not gonna do it.
Wednesday, Thursday, these are my recovery days. So shooting for 15 and 16 both these days. Try and link up with some people who I don't normally run with. Try and get the mileage in while still recovering. Right, Mika? Luckily, I have a built-in training partner. Whenever Mika wants to go double after dark, I know I have to join her. Not that I don't think I'd be much help in a fight, to be honest, but more bodies equals safer. Yeah, we run away from our ops. Guys, today we're at our favorite place, the place where we always go to, and that is the Olympic Oval. It's really cold here, guys. You know, you already know my excuses. Anyways, it's bright and early. We got here at 7. I guess it's not that early, but we got a speed session today. 5 by 842, 10K, 5K mile pace. And Mika also has a workout today as well. Say hi. She's got K's. And so I doubt I'm gonna be able to get any like real good footage, but we'll see. Like, just a little bit.
Yeah. Let's get it! There we go!
You know what's funny? I thought I was doing 5 sets today, and Jacob was like, no, we only got 4. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 5. And it was actually 4.
Sweet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
Well, I was like, okay, I gotta like do one more set. I gotta be mentally tough. And then he's like, well, we're done.
What was the hardest part about it?
The 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doing a hard 8 on this?
The last set and a half felt good.
Shout out Woods Run on Instagram.
Hey, tell them that you're running Houston half.
Oh, I am also running Houston half. What, 5 people from Salt Lake are running it, all within like a mile block, which is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, our graphic designer. Actually, we gotta talk about that.
Soon?
Yeah, merch coming soon. Jacob too, a graphic designer.
I'll make your YouTube thumbnails if you ever need help.
Actually, you would? Actually, dude, that's my least favorite part is the thumbnail. Okay guys, long run morning. We got 15 miles on the docket today. And actually a lot of the boys also have 15 miles as well. I think Clayton and Connor are going 15. They're running the Houston half marathon as well next week, and so some of the other guys there. So we should have a pretty good group. That being said, they'll probably go like 5:40 to 6-minute pace, which is what I normally do, but I worked out yesterday. They work out on Thursdays, and I worked out yesterday on Friday. I don't know. We're gonna make a game time decision, see how I feel, and decide if I want to run that fast day after a workout. But in other important news, it's wild card weekend. Baltimore Ravens play the Steelers. You know, do have confidence in my Ravens to go all the way to the Super Bowl. But if you're a Ravens fan, you know how much anxiety Ravens and Steelers game can give you. So I'm going to be locked in on that this afternoon. Who do you think is going to win, Ravens or Steelers?
Ravens.
Good answer.
Did we officially hear about, oh no, please.
Well. Dude, I can get so close to this camera and you can still see my whole face.
Ready to run. Ready to run.
Love me or hate me, partners invaded. Pretty ladies' eyes on me. Yaki, ninini, 내 바라보는 눈빛이.
No way. Thank you, Todd. Oh my goodness. Clutch. Clutch.
Dude, the log.
Clayton, you gotta get yourself one of these, bro.
I gotta get one of those.
Actually, no, you gotta get
Should I start doing some more vlog, like off-episode vlogs?
You should, or something.
Instead of just the Andrew.
You should do like
content.
you should do like a special, like I don't know, like just like one like that. You know, like one off, like, oh, this is like we're getting a little more personal, and it's just like a vlog.
Who wants? Oh yeah, that's true. This was labeling it all.
Yeah, it was labeling it all. And a Cristo me, and then I got a brisket something.
Your brisket is.
Hey everybody, it is Sunday morning. I'm not running today. Today's a rest day, which means that I finished off the week with 85 miles in total. Yesterday I ran 14 and a half miles to get me there at about 5:57 pace. I know before the long run I was unsure how fast I was gonna go, if I was gonna end up going with the boys. I felt okay, so I ended up going with them. What's funny is you can actually see in the data that my heart rate was a little bit elevated. It's probably just because I did a workout the day before and the body was just a little bit tired. But 85 miles this week, pretty good. I didn't want to hit peak mileage. I've worked my way up back to 95 miles a week, and so I'm just coming down a little bit in preparation for the Houston half that's coming up. Overall, the long run yesterday was great. It's really awesome to have such a big group. I mean, to have 20 guys who can clip off at like 5:40 pace to 6-minute pace the whole time for 20 plus miles is awesome. It makes the long runs much easier. Long run felt good. The week just in general felt really good, and I think I'm in a really good spot for the Houston half marathon that's coming up in about a week now. When I first started getting ready for this half, I was concerned about how well I was going to come off the marathon, and I've surprised myself with how everything's been feeling. I think it's really because I got a lot of good momentum at the end of 2024, and I feel like I'm doing a good job at keeping it. And you know, when I started this year off 2025 and I was thinking about kind of the goals and things I wanted to do this year, something that I kept coming back to was just the momentum I was able to get in the last half of the year. Because if you're a sports person, you know how important momentum is. It can change the whole entire game. It can change an athlete's career. And so it's like, okay, you have momentum. First of all, how do I get it and how do you keep it? Kind of what I realized is that momentum, as cliche as it is, guys, momentum is just like all about the story that you tell yourself and what you truly believe. I think a classic example that a lot of runners can relate to is when they're having really good workouts. You know, they're like, okay, I've ran this workout faster than I ever have before, which means I should be able to race faster than I ever have before. And the problem with that story is it works until it doesn't. Kind of ran into this problem getting ready for the Valencia Marathon, starting from a lower place of fitness than I normally do. And so I wasn't gonna be running workouts quicker than I ever have for a while in the build. And for me, the kind of thing that I focused on was like, hey, am I making progress each week? And they were, and that was just a really easy way to pick up momentum because each week I was progressing and I got really excited about it. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I have big goals just like the next guy. I wanna run a PB in the half marathon and the marathon, but what I'm trying to do is stay focused on the process, have fun doing it, and capitalize on all the opportunities I'm given this year. And the first stop is the Houston half marathon. Some of you are probably wondering when my next marathon is gonna be. I know a few videos back, I teased that it was gonna be a world major. That still might be the case, maybe. It's between two marathons right now. I'm just not sure which one I'm gonna do, so I don't want to like say anything yet until I'm entirely sure. Hopefully I'll know in the next couple weeks, so keep your ears out for that. As soon as I know and figure it out, you guys will know. But for now, we're completely focused on the half marathon next week. I am vlogging that, so keep an eye out for that. I appreciate you guys for watching this far in the video. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like or drop a comment. Be sure to subscribe for more. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.